everybody, and welcome to the roller prompt for the 3rd of August 2021. Can you believe it? Can you even believe it's 2021? Never mind August. Anyway, here are my prompts for today. An envelope, brown, napkins, photo, fabric, Edith. That's quite a melange. It's quite a mix-up, isn't it? And it's taken me quite a while to work out exactly what I was going to do with this. But I think I've got it. I do, actually. So the first thing to do is make an envelope. So I've decided to use an Edith page. I know, they're all my babies, but I'm sacrificing one for the roller prompt. So this is the page I've decided to use. It has got bits of Edith's lovely illustrations on it, but it is mostly this brown text. So I think that the colour of this book, this might be a bit of a push, and you might describe it as cream, but I think it's brownish. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say that I have got something brown. And it's just got this bit on the side, so I'm going to just chop that off. I think, if I'm right in saying, Edith doesn't quite fit in there. Yes, she's just about 1/4 of an inch too tall to go in there. So I'll just get my board and my knife, because my other cutter is away, just over there, but too far. Right, so let's just trim that bit off there. Yeah, Edith is 9 inches tall. Just a wee bit too much for my little Tim Holtz trimmer. There we are. Let's get rid of that little bit. Okay, so the thing is now, I want the text to be coming up. That's not it. Yes, that's it. Sometimes I have to try several times to get the text the right way. But on this side, I want the text to be coming up, and I want it to be the right way up on that bit there as well. So, yeah, if I fold it there, then you always want to leave a bit of space at the top of this fold up bit, otherwise you can't get your feet. I guarantee you won't get your feet in there. No, you won't get your fingers in either. So leave a little bit of a gap between where you fold that up to and where you fold this down. That is the advice I would give you on making envelopes. Right, I'm going to fold that in. And if I can find my desk, honestly, you've never seen anything like it in your life. Never mind. So just crease that in there, and then leaving a gap here, fold this down, but make sure obviously that it comes over this flap. So about there, I would say, is good. And crease that in. Right. I'm in two minds whether or not to make this a gusseted one, for the reason being that I watched Keong the other day putting a gusset in an envelope, and I obviously hadn't taught it very well, because she hadn't done it the way that I'd said. Not that I'm saying my way is exclusively correct, but it was clear to see that I hadn't said what I needed to say clearly enough. So yeah, I think I'll put a gusset in that. That might do. It's just a piece of paper that's just lying by the side. So I want it to be, what you want it to be is right from the top, but don't go right down to the bottom, because there isn't enough room there. Where it folds, it's quite tight. So make your gusset about 1/2 inch up from the bottom fold and right up to the top. So let's see if I can get it out of here. So I'm just going to mark that. It's right up to the top, and you want it 3/8 or 1/2 inch, something like that, up from the bottom. So that's there. Let's see if I can trim that bit off. I've got all sorts of things. This is the list of prompts before I got it into the red book. Where's my mark? Okay, where's the mark? Oh, it's there. It's that way on. So that's that. I don't think I'm going to get 2 bits of 2 inches out of here. Oh, what am I doing? Yes, that's the length now, isn't it? Get a grip, girl. So I want a 2-inch piece. Oh, I might be lucky, I might not. And a 2-inch piece. Okay, that's going to have that on it, but I think that will be all right. So let me just explain what I've cut. Here's our envelope, and I've cut this length from the top to about 3/8 from the bottom, both sides, and they are 2 inches wide. Okay, let's get rid of that bit of pencil mark. Then get your scoreboard out, or your ruler and your knife, or however it is that you make your score marks, and score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1 1/2, but I find it easy to turn it around and score the half that way on, like that. So I've got 3 score lines on my 2-inch wide piece of card, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1 1/2. Okay, so do the same thing to the other side. One inch. I don't know if you can hear Kitty Cat crying. We've bought him a playpen because every time we set him loose, he just went straight under the bookcase, which isn't an easy task to get him out of. So we've bought him a playpen. Bobby's not too happy about it. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, it might be a foot off here. Yeah, it's that foot there. Stick that back in. Might have to leave that out for Mr. F to sort, but I think that's it. I'll put it away carefully because I don't want to lose that. Right, so what we do now is we fold it that way, and that way, so it's a real accordion fold. You just keep folding back on itself, so you end up with a bit that looks like this. Okay, do the same with the other side. So you keep turning it over and folding it back on itself, and then you end up with a bit that looks like this. Okay, right, before I do anything, I'm going to go around the edge of this with vintage photo distressing, just to get the brown value up a little bit. Because brown was the colour. Oh, it's nice to work with Edith again. Paper's so lovely. Just along here, I think that's us done. On the inking, yeah, that's fine. Right, let's turn our attentions once again to these. Right, So where they're going to go is on the foldy up bit, the flappy bit. And what you want is the outside on the outside. So you want the outside edge of this on the outside edge of your flap. Yes. And if you fold it all up, that's how it's going to go. And it actually looks slightly better if you take that corner off there. So when you look in, you're not seeing all this square bit here. So I'm just going to do exactly that. Take that V off there. And that's going to go on there. And then this one, the edge goes on the edge, right up to the top, and you concertina it down the way it's going to go, and then you cut in from the edge in. Like that. Whoa, hello. And then we're going to glue that down, right down there. Okay, so let's hope my glue is in a favourable mood today. So I'm just going to glue that. Oh yes, thank you. It's working very nicely. Oh, sorry about the fly. The most annoying. So glue that right down the edge, right up to the top, point right up to the top, and the edge to the edge. I seem to have rather too much glue going on. It's either one thing or another with glue, isn't it? You either don't get any out or you get like so much that it's just simply too much. So right, that's that there. And you do the same with the other bit. Oh thanks, I think Mr. F's ushered the fly out the window. So the point goes right up to the top and your bottom end is square. You don't need to cut anything off that. So that's that there. Just make sure I haven't got any glue hanging about. Right, so that's decided to move. Right, so there we are. We've got our two little gussets on there. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is glue this side and then just fold them up like that. I'm wondering actually whether I should put a little finger notch in that. I might just do that actually. Where's the middle? That measures 7, so by my reckoning 3.5 is half. Let's just put a little finger notch in there. Like that, and I'm just going to ink around it. There we go. Just suddenly dawned on me, I hope that was long enough to cover it, but it is. Okay, so let's make our envelope up. We'll just glue up these gussets here. So it's not difficult, it's just I think I mustn't have explained it very clearly, which is, you know, completely my fault. So I'm just going to wipe that down because it looks like there's quite a lot of glue on there. And then just hold it and flip it into place. It wants to come out. They do sometimes do that, so that's when you get your ink out. There we are, so press down on those and make sure they're nicely closed up. And I'm just going to take my ink to that bit there that wants to stick out. There we go. Just like it never happened. So there we are, we've got the text going the right way there, the text going the right way there. Okay, we made an envelope. We've used brown. So what's next? Napkins. Yeah, okay. I didn't really want to put napkins on this, but I'm going to, and I'm going to put them on the back. It's a bit of a cop-out, I know. I know it is. So this is the napkin that I'm going to use. It looks quite Edithy to me. I don't know what you think, but it looks like wildflowers, doesn't it? So I'm not going to take too much. I don't really want too much on here, I don't think. Although I could put a fairly decent sized bit on, but it would cover the Edith up. I don't want that. So let's just tear some bits out that we want. And this, the backing on this is white, and Edith, as you know, we've already determined is not white. So you're probably going to see the edge of these, so I'm going to tear them quite close into the flowers. Like that. I really honestly do not want too many. I'm putting these on because it says napkins. I'll go for that one there. You never know, might look alright. They're going to be upside down according to the text, but what can you do? There's that one. That's two. And maybe this one here. You'll have your own napkins, of course, if you roll the same things as I've rolled, or if you've decided to use the same prompts that I'm using. Or you may not be interested in rolling anything at all. You're just having a watch. It's a really pleasant day here today. I've got the washing out. It's always a good day when you can get the washing out. Save putting it in the tumble dryer. There we go. Right, so I need to just remove all the layers and just leave me with the top printed layer, the thin one. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's hardly decoupage at all, is it? Let's be fair. But it is, so I'm sticking to the rules. There we are. And this one. So that's 3 tiny weeny little bits of decoupage I've got, but let's see how we can arrange them. It's quite a nice tall one. Yeah, possibly like that. That looks quite nice. So I'll just get my decoupage gel out, my matte medium. Ooh. Just put a little bit out. It's all gunked up around there. Who put that away dirty? Who could it have been? Oh yeah, it could have been me. I don't really need very much of this. I'm just going to try and put them down one by one. So from the centre, out you go. That one was torn anyway, so I'm not taking the blame for that. Oh, I don't think it was torn there though. Not enough matte medium on your brush, that's the problem. Let's put some more out. Stop being so mean with it. So gently just brush over that, and once you've got it down, try not to go back over it if you can help it, because that's when tears happen. So this one's going to go there. Make sure you've got enough medium on your brush, because you need it, because if not it'll tear your napkin and you'll regret it. I don't know if you can hear Kitty Cat. We really have to give him a name. We've asked him what his name is, but he didn't say much. Right, so there we are, that's that. That's nice. So I'll just dry that off and I'll be back with you in a sec when I've dried it. Okay, so I've got that on and dried, and yes, I know it's only a tiny little bit, but it is using napkins. Well, part of one napkin. So there we are, we've got our envelope, we've got the gusset. So what else do I need to use? A photo, fabric, and yeah, it's definitely Edith. So the fabric I've decided to use is this, which is, I believe, Edith fabric that some very kind person sent me, and I'm going to use this as my fabric component. I already had it and it was made into a ruffle and it's perfect for the job. But before I put that on, I have just got to check that my plan for the photo is actually going to fit. So the photo part of it, I decided, because it was all Edith, I would use, on the back of all the country diaries, on the cover, there is this beautiful photo of our Edith. And I thought I would use it because it never really gets used. So I have got this tiny little frame that it is my plan to put on there. And yeah, I think that's going to work with that fabric around. Oh yes, it's all going to work. It's all going to work. Excellent. So let's get this book cover off. And I just want to frame Edith. Now, it's shiny, it's a book cover. If you don't want it shiny, just take some transparent gesso and gesso over it and knock the sheen back. But I don't mind it looking like that. My prompts say photo, and I think that that's a photo, so I'm quite happy with it. Just looking for my pencil here. So I'm just kind of going to draw around the outside of this frame, and then I know I want to come inside it. This is just a frame that I found the other day when I was looking through my stuff. Right, I can just about see that if I get the light right. Yeah, so I just want to cut inside that. I think that's the cat flinging himself off the walls of his playpen to try and get free. It's great, he's got plenty of energy, he's eating well, so we're relieved about that. Can't really see where I'm going now, but I'll just carry on anyway. I don't want it to be too small because then I won't have anything to glue. It's really hard seeing this. Should have made the line much darker. I'll cut it off like that and we'll see where we are. That's going to go over there like that. Yeah, so it just wants to be a tiny little bit smaller. All the way around, just a weeny little bit. That wants to get cut down there, just a little bit. Don't go mad. Don't go mad, I said. Right, let's have a look at this then. That's about perfect, I'd say. Maybe round that top bit off there. Yeah, right. I'm going to stick that on, obviously the other way round, like that. Phew. Okay. I don't really know what to use with regards to glue. It's very shiny. I might just use my collal actually. Does collal stick to wood? I don't know. Anyway, I'll just use a little bit and see. Give it a chance. Told you the other day I used it for fabric and it worked a treat. Thought it was my Fabri-Tac. Right, I'm just gonna wipe a little bit of that off. And here goes. Let's hope it works. Well, might have worked. I mean, if you really wanted to, if you're being fussy about it, you could paint your frame. I quite like the fact that it's that colour, actually. It suits what we're doing. But you could, obviously, paint your frame. It's kind of what they're about. Oh, something's stuck on there now. I don't even know what it is. Something glittery. It was obviously on my board, but there's no space for glitter. I don't think I can get it out. Oh, that might be it. Right, so I'm just going to give it another good press down, but I think it's all right. I think it's stuck. Right, so that's going to go on there. Yeah, you see what I'm doing now, can't you? The madness is all making sense, and I'm just going to put that there, I think. So I'll get my Fabri-Tac. Well, I would if I could find it. Yeah, here it is. Honestly, you would not believe the state my desk is in. You just wouldn't. It's like, it's impossible to work on it almost. So I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac along here. It's quite warm, so the Fabri-Tac's quite lively, keeps you on your toes. And I'm just going to take a bit off there because it's rather a bit too much. Stick this down. I just want to make sure that you can't see the sewing on the other side. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Well, that's nice and straight. Yay, lovely. I like that actually. I'm just going to cut that off there just before that pleat. Let's square it up on the back like that and like that. And don't worry about the threads coming undone. So much Fabri-Tac on this, the threads aren't going anywhere, trust me. So make sure that's squished down. Looks quite nice this, doesn't it, actually? And I'm going to put this so as you can tuck this top pocket into it. Okay, so if it's there, you can just bend it back and tuck that top into it. That should work, shouldn't it? I think so. I think it will. So I can glue all of that apart from that top little bit. Right, so I'm reckoning that, shall I use Fabri-Tac? I don't know. I don't know. A decision of the glues. I'm going to use tacky glue because it's ostensibly paper, so we should be all right. And the tacky glue's actually behaving itself today. Well, it's a bit lively. What would we junk journalists talk about if we didn't talk about how insane our glues are? I mean, it's like they have personalities. And some days they're out to get you. Okay. So I'm going to stick that down there, but I don't want it to stick to the bottom, you know, underneath. So I'm going to just put a bit of my Timmy towel in there just to save that sticking to where I don't want it. And now you can see it doesn't matter whether you put a finger hole in it or not, but hey-de-ho-de, that doesn't really matter. Right, do you think that's straight? Let's just have a look. I think so. There we go. Press that down. There we are. Now there shouldn't be any glue at the top. And there isn't. Amazing. So that should then just fold like that. Aye, aye. No, I can't get that in there. Okay, I've got too much glue too far up. So let's wipe some off. Okay, still got glue on the back as well. Let's wipe that off. You can see I have not practiced this at all. What you see is what you get today, I'm afraid. It's alright, that's going to go there. And is that going to work now when you fold that back? I just need to glue it to there, not any further up. Maybe I should have put it further down. I'm thinking I should have put it further down. Yeah, down to about there. That was what I said the first time round, then I changed my mind. Yeah. Come on, girl, get a grip. So yeah, I'm going to put glue on exactly where I put it on the first time, because I just put it on the wrong place. These always go better when you practice them first, I've noticed. Right, so I just want that popping up just a little bit and down like that. Is that right? Let's just try it and see. Yeah, I think so. Down maybe even more. Down to there. Is that still in the middle? Yeah. Okay, I think we might have actually got it this time. Although I might have glued the back to where I didn't want the back glued to, but we'll see. No, we're alright. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. Stick that down. So if I fold that like that, that will go under there. Wow, finally I've got it to work. That is stuck now actually, so it's a good job it is working. Right, let's just have a check. Make sure after all that I've got everything on that I needed to. An envelope, yes, it is an envelope. It's basically brown. Napkins, yeah, token napkinery here. Photo, yes. Fabric, yes. And Edith, what could be more Edith than actually a photograph of Edith? So, there you have it, guys. We got there in the end. We definitely got there in the end, and that definitely works. Yeah, it does. So there we are. I mean, the back, yeah, you know, it's got tiny little bits of napkin on, but they're there. But this is the bit that I'm more interested in, and I like it actually. I might implement that plan again now I've worked out what to do. So there you have it. There is my Edith envelope for the 3rd of August. Now all I have to do is roll my prompts for tomorrow. That had my head scratching, that one actually. I couldn't quite work out what to do with that. I thought about it yesterday evening and I thought about it this morning, and then finally I thought, I think I know what to do. And I'd almost worked it out. Not quite. Right, here we are, roll the prompt for the 4th of August. See if I can find a pen in here somewhere. 3rd, need a new piece of paper. I'm amazed how quickly we need new bits of paper, and every time we need a new bit of paper that means we've done another 2. I can't believe it. I mean, the Olympic Games are on, they're nearly over. However, the cricket carries on, so we're all right. Okay, soon it'll be September and we'll be doing Mr. Green. Can you believe that? So, tomorrow is what day? Wednesday. The 4th of August. And it's roll the prompt. Right, let's see what we get then. Fingers crossed. Here's my die. Let's go. Right, the type of thing. 1, a tag. Yeah, okay. I'll live with that. That's all right. Tag. Let's write that in. Second, the colour. I always do that, don't I? I don't know why. 3, green. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Going very nicely so far. Paper. Which sort of paper? 1, napkins. Now, I had that yesterday, and the rule is nothing twice in a row. So I'm going to have to roll that again. 2, digi. Excellent. That's good. Digi's good. Free reign pretty much, isn't it, with a digital? 4, the focal point. 6, that's photo. Now I had that yesterday again. So, governed by the rules, I have to roll again. Thank goodness. 2, stamp, which can be a stamp, you know, a stamp you put on a letter, or a stamp that you stamp on, you know, like a butterfly, whatever. It's up to you. Stamp, yes, that's how you spell stamp. Decoration. 4, brads. Oh, they're not very exciting, are they really? Brads. And the style. 1, shabby chic. Okay. I have had shabby chic, but it wasn't yesterday, so it's not in a row. So it counts. Shabby chic. So there we have it, guys. Let's put this away safely. It could very easily get lost on my desk. A tag, green, digi, stamp, brads, shabby chic. We've had worse. We've had worse and lived through it. We can do that. Oh, I haven't put shabby chic in there. There we go. So I shall see you tomorrow when I'll be doing something like this. In the meantime, I'll bring on the Edith envelope again, so you can have a look at it and see what you think. I quite like it, actually. I think we made the best of the prompts that we had. So, there you have it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Behave yourselves. Bye.